जिसको अग्निवीर नाम दिया है उसे पेंशन नहीं मिलेगी। मतलब अग्निवीर से उसके जेब से पैसा छीना गया है।
अग्निवीर योजना केवल और केवल हमारी सेना को जवान रखने के लिए बनाई गई।
आज कांग्रेस का शाही परिवार कह रहा है वो दलितों पिछड़ों का आरक्षण खत्म कर देंगे।
Well, there are just a couple of days now left to go for the counting for Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir to take place. Now, many of you will say that so what? There are elections after elections, and every time we talk about them and then we forget. But what is so different about this one round, apart from the fact that this is from different states from the last time round? Well, I would say this time round is going to be important and it matters, apart from the fallout it may have about BJP performance in Haryana and Jammu and Kashmir, is another important factor. The first elections for Rahul Gandhi as a leader of the opposition.
आपने राम मंदिर खोला, सबसे पहले आपने राष्ट्रपति से कहा कि भैया आप आदिवासी हो, आप तो अंदर आ ही नहीं सकती, अलाउ नहीं है आपको। उसके बाद अमिताभ बच्चन को बुला लिया, किसी एक मजदूर को नहीं आने दिया। जय संविधान, इसकी हमने रक्षा की है।
Rahul Gandhi took over as an LoP buoyed by the relatively good performance of the India bloc and the Congress party in the last Lok Sabha elections, but more importantly after a not so good performance by the BJP where it failed to get a simple majority. That was one reason why he agreed to become the LoP, a man who tried to shy away from any top position because many around him felt that why take the risk. So now the Congress party calculates that it's okay for him to take a risk, and the credit for the India bloc's good performance was given to Rahul Gandhi, and therefore that was a justification for why he should become the leader of the opposition. But the heavy is the one who wears the crown, and the crown can be very, very heavy, and that is exactly what could happen with him in his first elections after he became the LoP. Because now he holds a constitutional position, like always the main face of the party, but this time round, as I said, he holds a position within the party and on behalf of the party inside the parliament, which is the leader of the opposition, or LoP as we call him. Now, he has not shied away from campaigning. He has been very aggressive, and while he may not be going to Jammu and Kashmir or Haryana as much as he would have otherwise gone, but remember, even when he was doing those lectures in America, or whereas his YouTube shows, meeting Uber workers and Swiggy delivery people, there was also a subtle campaigning which was then taking place, pitching himself and his party as one which fights for the messiah, or rather project themselves as the messiah of the poor people, of the downtrodden, the SC, Dalits and so on and so forth. And that is an USP which Rahul Gandhi is now trying to project himself as one, as a party which has always cared for the backwards. And that is what is going to be put to test. More than Jammu and Kashmir, I think Haryana is going to be the real litmus test for him.
ये अग्निवीर स्कीम नहीं है, ये गलतफहमी में मत रहिए, ये जवानों की पेंशन चोरी करने का तरीका है.
Because in Haryana, everything that he has been fighting for is also now an issue. One, for example, the Agniveer issue. Will that really build a traction for him? Will that really matter in the minds of the voters? Because not only is it a part of the Congress manifesto for Haryana, it is also a part of the narrative pushed by the Congress and by Rahul Gandhi. So we'll have to wait to see for those statistics to come out to see which way what the voting pattern went. But more importantly, it's going to be the Dalit factor.
कि जाति जनगणना होगी, नेशनल लेवल पे होगी, और मैंने कहा है मोदी जी के सामने पार्लियामेंट हाउस में, आप करो ना करो, मैं इसको इसी हाउस में पास करवाऊंगा.
This is where the caste census argument has also been pushed by him very strongly. But this is also where Kumari Shailja comes in from. She's a woman, she's Dalit, and she's been sulking. And therefore, in case the Congress party wins, and because of political compulsions, they may have to make Bhupendra Hooda as a chief minister, the knives will be out for him. The BJP will ask him for this question, that so much talk you did about more representation needed for the SC, ST, Dalits, how the BJP government at the centre has never cared about them, how there is no adequate representation for the Dalits and the backwards as far as the central government or the bureaucracy is concerned. Why didn't you walk the talk? And as an LOP, he'll have to face this question inside the parliament in the winter session of parliament. This is what he'll have to answer, that your political compulsions that forced you not to choose Kumari Shelja and to choose Bhupendra Hooda as a CM. But let's talk about it from the other side. What if he gulps the entire narrative and he actually decides to make Kumari Shelja against all odds, against all political calculations as the Chief Minister? It will then be seen as a win-win situation. But how much of a stable government will it be in Haryana? That's a question which we are going to leave to answer on another day in case they form a government there. So these are those two factors on which the Rahul Gandhi as an LOP issue stands on. But more than that, it's a win or the loss which adds on to his resume. Now suppose, for argument's sake, the Congress party against its own enthusiasm loses in Haryana, loses in Jammu and Kashmir, and mind you, much of the political strategy and all of that has been chalked up by Rahul Gandhi also. From ticket distribution to political strategy, it's he and his people along with the Congress president who have worked out. A loss in these two states will of course be a setback for him as an LOP, because it's as much going to be a blame which is going to be put on the Congress president, but more on Rahul Gandhi, because let's accept the fact the de facto face of the Congress party is Rahul Gandhi. The campaigns, the party's notifications, the social media push are all in and around Rahul Gandhi. And therefore, I'm going to wrap up by asking you this question this week, is this going to be a big question mark on Rahul Gandhi's performance as an LOP in the Asli battleground, which is in the battleground of elections and politics? Do give in your response on the social media timeline once again, because inside the parliament, the fact that he is able to cobble up the entire India bloc unity, that has been his test case. And the real challenge of an LOP actually comes for his work inside the parliament and his performance there as well. The jury is still out on whether he has been able to achieve that. To a certain extent, I would say the last parliament session was actually an acknowledgement of the aggression of the India bloc, where many a time we found to be the BJP on the back foot. But this time is the Asli litmus test. Will he pass it or will he not? Well, we'll have to wait for the results to be out on 8th. But for now, do you agree with me that as an LOP, this is the first big real test for Rahul Gandhi? Thank you so much for watching.